Hey everyone! How is everyone today? Okay, so how to have a Facebook strategy. And why is that important? Because most people, myself included, to begin with, set up a Facebook account and then guess what? You have a Facebook account, you have a Twitter, you have a blog, you join Tumblr, you set up a YouTube, whatever. All these things to get started in your business, and then what do you do with it? Is there a reason? What is the strategy behind it? And why is that important? Why do you have to have a strategy? Because you have to have a plan. You see, all of these things have an algorithm. All of these things are set up to either help you or not help you. If you know how to work them, if you know how to effectively put yourself out there, then it's going to work for you. But if you don't, then it won't. Your page will be silent. You'll have some family, maybe some friends, and they'll be like, hi, okay, not sure what you're doing, but what's going on? And it's all going to fall on deaf ears. So how can you set up a content strategy that will be effective and that will work towards helping you to grow your followers and attracting the right customers to you? Because you can do that. You can use Facebook or Twitter or your blog or whatever to attract your people, your people that will help you to grow your business. And you have to do it effectively. You have to know what you're doing. And so I'm going to give you some tips that I have found useful and that have proved to be useful, and see if they can help you. Number one, Facebook constantly changes the rules and the algorithm. It does this for all brands and all branding pages. It doesn't matter, it even does for personal pages. So either way, you have yours set up either for a personal page or a business page, either one, you have to know the way that Facebook sets it up, or whatever content you're on, whether it's Snapchat, you have to follow the rules. Whatever format, whatever social media format you're using, you have to figure out the rules and then follow them. So to enter into Facebook market or Facebook strategies without any planning or research can actually harm your page, because Facebook, they will penalize you. They will put you in Facebook jail. Not pretty. I have been there. And it takes a while to get your account, even your personal, because mine was my personal account. So, and it takes a while to either build it back up or to convince Facebook that you're not doing something that is wrong. So if you have an poorly executed brand or a poorly executed strategy, this will reflect poorly on you. But there are steps you can take to safeguard you, and constantly keeping up with whatever social media format that you're on, keeping up with their rules and what guidelines they share is critical. That is first and foremost. Always keep up with whatever social media format you're on. Keep up with their rules and with their algorithm. That's huge. So if you need to do an overhaul on your page, we're going to help you. The first thing is figure out your goal. What is your goal? What do you hope to achieve with your account? Is it getting more eyes on you? Is it promoting your business, your company? Is it attraction marketing? What is it you're doing? Because I know, like, most places do not let you just spam people with your product or your company. You have to use more attraction marketing. The FTC is really big about that too, using attraction marketing instead of just throwing everything out there. Now, that's not to say you're being sneaky or scamming or anything like that. What that means is that you have to just be more vigilant about the wording and the way you post. And you can reach out to me, and I'm more than glad to help you in deciphering wording and the way you brand and the way you market your product, sales, or service. So figure out your goal. What is it you're hoping to achieve? For most brands or for most advocate, you're trying to draw traffic to you, to your product, sales, or service so that you can make sales on that. Okay? So you need to know your brand and your goal and what type of content that will actually help you to lead to that goal. So you want to know what kind of content is going to help you to achieve your goal. So number one, your goal, whatever your goal is, whatever it is, write it down. And then number two, whatever it is that you hope to achieve. So what kind of content would bring people to you? And part of that is looking at it from a aspect of what problem am I solving for my target market? Okay, so when you're looking at your goal, you have to think outside of you. You have to look at your customer. What am I solving for them? Because most people do not get on any format and go, hey, you know what? I'm out here just scrolling around looking for something to buy. That doesn't, 99% of the time, that is not happening. So who are you trying to attract? Number one, you need to know what your goal is, but you also need to know what audience you're trying to attract. And how are you going to solve their problems? Okay? Because people aren't looking for, you know, when you get on, you're not looking for something. You don't sit there, you're getting on a social media format, you're just kind of like passing time. But something will catch your eye and make you stop and take a second look. So what is that? That is what is solving their problem. Maybe they didn't even think about it, but maybe it reached out and it touched them. Okay, so what kind of content can you do to use that goal in mind? Okay, what kind of content can you use to help them to solve their problems? Okay. Now, when you're doing that, you want to plan to post, and that doesn't mean blow up people with 10, 15 posts a day. Okay. I would suggest, and what has been proven effective is write about 3 posts a day. And these posts can be varied, like in Facebook. I vary my posts so that not only are they on my personal page, they're on my business page, and they're also in several groups. And the way I market to the groups is I don't market, or my strategy to the groups is something that is in line with the group's admin's rules. So like I'm in several groups that are dear to my heart. And you need to pick out what groups are dear to your heart and take those groups and post in them 2 to 3 times a week. Like I have a strategy where I post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then take those 3 days and make sure you put something applicable to the group. Like I'm in dog groups. I love dogs. So I post funny things about dogs, things that are humorous. That way you're attracting people to you. And then you can reach out to them either in Messenger, or what is even better is you've noticed like the more that they see you in those groups, the more they reach out to you on your Facebook page and friend you. Okay. So there you start attracting and building your group. See? So it actually works to your benefit. And I'm not even posting about business, but I'm attracting people to me by using those pages, those groups. Okay. So when you're doing your content, make it where it is applicable to where you're posting. So like in my groups, I post about different stuff, but then I notice people coming back to my page. And in my page, personal and business, because I really don't have a personal anymore, I've swapped them both to business. One is strictly business, and my personal that I've swapped to business, I post more not only business but attraction, so that people don't just get overwhelmed and go, it's just like a air conditioning group page. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I post content that brings people to me. things that are like interactive, that get people to interact and comment and share, because they're like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so you're doing that when you're posting your content, that you're attracting people to you. That's really good too. Your content should inspire a sale, but not necessarily be a sales pitch, because you don't want to come off all salesy. For example, has one of your customers been in the news as a result of using your products? Share that story. Or has one of your products helped someone to lose weight? You can say, this product has helped so-and-so to lose weight. These results, you need to put on your FTC warning that says these results are not typical, or these results are not for everyone, because not everyone is going to do that. But you want to make sure, suppose someone is now healthier because of using your product. Their health is better, or they haven't been sick during a certain amount of time. You can post that. Whatever it is. You can say, I'm so proud of so-and-so. Her kid went the entire school year and didn't get sick at not once. And thank goodness she was using so-and-so product. See, you're attracting people to you. You're solving a problem, because in their minds, they're like, oh yeah, awesome, because I wish my kid didn't get sick this school year, because I took X amount of days off from work because my kid was sick all the time. And that's bad for our family, because one got sick, they all got sick. See? So you're solving a problem, but you're not being spammy. You're not asking them to purchase. You're actually helping them to solve a problem. So, talk about the health ingredients. Talk about, and it don't go so much into listing all of your ingredients, because people scroll through that and they're like bored. Okay. When you watch a hair commercial and they're showing a new shampoo, do you ever see them listing, this is all the ingredients? No. You see the beautiful girl, she's taking a shower and she's like, oh, I love this hair conditioner. It just makes my hair feel so soft and silky and smooth. See, there you go. That is using the right marketing. That is using content strategy to draw you in, because the next time when you're walking down the shampoo aisle, you're like, oh, I want to try that. I saw the commercial for it and made me think of, my hair will be now soft and shiny and all and just perfect, and it'll, make everybody come and look at my hair and smell my hair. See, the kind of content you're putting out attracts people, so they actually reach out to you. So, share healthy living tips. If your business is health and wellness, share something that makes people reach out to you and say, oh wow, you know so much about health, or doing this. How do I do that? Or I've got this so-and-so problem. Or suppose you're just doing an opportunity. Maybe you're helping single moms not have to work so hard, or single dads not have to work so hard. Whatever it is that you're doing, post about it, but do it in a way that it makes people reach out to you. And don't just message them in the comments, because if you message them in the comment, people are like, they'll read the comments and then, oh, okay, well, that's it. So have them, if someone reaches out to you in the comments, reach back to them and say, I messaged you. So then somebody else will say, well, could you message me? Or I messaged you, could you answer that? And so really that will help you to get people talking to you and more people talking to you. Okay, so increase your community. Make your updates consistent. Do not take days off of it. Like I post 2 to 3 posts in my Facebook every day. Instagram, I do every other day. Snapchat, and you use what forums you want. You don't have to use this many. You don't have to go this deep. I'm not talking about that, but whatever you're doing, do it consistently. Because when you take a break, the followers that you start to build up, they get bored and leave. Because like if you post today and then you don't post for another 5 or 6 days, they're like, Facebook will drop you to the bottom of the list automatically. So not only will Facebook drop you to the bottom of the list, but the people who are in your group, in your and that you're trying to attract will not see you. Because when Facebook drops you down there, they're like, nah, I'm sorry, you're not very social. So always remember to be consistent. Keep your content coming. Don't not post. That's critical. Okay? And then you want to make sure that the people who join your page do so because of your engaging content. So you're establishing that trust. Like what I call a friendship bridge between you and that person. They can count on you. They know that you're engaging. They know you're right there. They know that you're available and accessible. That's huge. This trust leads to community growth and sales, because your customers will then be loyal to you and you are loyal to them. So, and then you will gain that word of mouth marketing, because you'd be surprised how many people will sit there at the nail salon or at the hair salon or in the grocery store and be like, oh, well, yeah, I heard something about this on this person's page. You need to go to them because this person posts all the time about XYZ. And then they will look you up and they will find you because of your content. So market with a strategy. Always make sure that your strategy, figure out what your goal is, figure out your content and your strategy, and then how you're going to execute that, and then execute that consistently. That is key. Make sure that you are doing those steps. Number one, your goal, figure it out, figure out who you're trying to reach, what you're trying to say, what you're trying to do. What is your goal? Who you are trying to reach, and how you can use your content to have them reach back out to you. And then you want to make sure that you are consistent with your goals, consistent with your marketing, consistent with your strategy, consistent with your content, because if you are consistent, and make sure that go back and recheck yourself before you post. Is this consistent with my goal? Is this going to help me achieve my goal? Is this going to solve someone else's problems? Because if you're not doing that, then you're not doing it correctly, and people aren't going to reach out. And then lastly, when someone reaches out to you on whatever social media platform it is, make sure you don't just hit like or just thank them. You actually have to reply back to them. Make them feel welcome. Make that bond, that bridge of trust. Make sure you're steady with it. Make sure you're like really in there and they can count on you, and that they know. Give them the props, give them the ups, give them all the love that you can to keep that person in your tribe. Because you know the person who's sitting there at 4 a.m. stressed out because of their life, and they comment on one of your posts, and you're like, reach back, and I'm not saying you have to reach back to them at that moment, but you reach back out to them when you're up and you're doing, and you say, hey, thanks so much for commenting. I'm really excited. Hi, how are you doing? And start that rapport. Then that person is going to go, hey, wow, okay, cool. I like that. They reached back to me. They like it. Okay. And then you've got that person coming back to you for more. Then you're building that tribe. That marketing strategy is working for you. Okay, grow your mailing list. Now, can you get people to sign up for with their email? You can reach out to them. That way you can send them information from your company. That way you can send them products and things that you're doing. And then some of those things are going to hit and say, oh, well, it's summer, or summer's going to be in a couple months. I want to lose weight, or, my skin is getting dry because it's the winter months, so I want to do this. Or if it's energy that you're in, whatever way that you're marketing, you can work that market. Remember the times and the seasons and what people are going through, what they're doing. Create brand awareness. When you share news and updates regarding your brand, it shows up in news feeds belonging to the people who are Facebook fans of your page or your brand. So just remember that. When they comment or like, those actions show up in their family and friends feeds as well. So Facebook is going to spread that out. So when they're commenting on yours, it's going to spread that out. And then you can have them share too. Having them share is huge because it grows your page to way more people, because then you're reaching all your friends' pages. So this turns you into a household name instead of just being a person with a small page. It actually puts your content way out there. Establish a set of where people can count on you for tips and for information. Now, it does not mean you have to be an expert. And that does not mean that at all. Because, you know, when you set yourself up as an expert, then people want to attack you. So don't set yourself up as an expert, but share tips. Share things that you've heard. Share things that have helped you. Share these things. Share things that have helped other people. The tip approach is useful in selling everything. You go to Starbucks, you pick up a coffee, you're like, oh my goodness, this is the sweetest coffee or the best coffee, or I love this coffee, it gave me more energy, and you share it on Facebook, boom, what happens? People go to Starbucks and they start buying it. Same thing happens with you. Your word of mouth really helps other people, and, you know, it helps other people to not only come back to you, but they want to learn more. Okay? So that is good. Remember to always get feedback. You can use feedback, use polls, you ask questions, pick the brains of people, you know, ask them. If they have used one of your product, sales, or service, ask them to share it on their page. And they don't have to do a live. They can do a post about the content. Hey, I bought so-and-so from somebody, and to ask them not to use the exact name, or the way I would ask them is the way I do it is I say, hey, could you just make a small post that says that you're so excited that you've lost X amount of pounds, and you're so excited that you've done that, and you've done it all naturally. And see, people will reach out to them and they're like, hey, what did you do? What did you use? That gets you and them out there. See, that gets sales and service for them and you. And if they don't want the sales and service, it passes back to you. So either way, you're making money on it. Now, usually you need multiple goals when you're doing your Facebook posts. Mixing and matching your content so that people reach out to you, because when you do, like, say all you do is posts about, like, I'm in health and wellness. So if I did straight just posts every day that so-and-so has lost this amount of weight, I'm only going to attract people who want to lose weight. Everybody else is then all of a sudden going to leave that page, and they're not going to come back to it because they're like, it's just weight loss. Okay, I'm not just about weight loss. I am about multiple things. So I want people reaching out to me to boost their immune system. I want people reaching out to me about multiple things. So I don't just do weight loss. I do multiple. I do engagement posts. Like the other day I did one about which song do you like the most? Because that gets people engaging. It gets them content. It gives them a chance to post on my page, and then I give them props. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that song. Or, oh my gosh, that's the song that makes you get up and dance, or whatever. And see, that gets people engaging my posts, and Facebook goes, okay, well, that person's being very social. So then they boost my post so that more people will see it. So vary up your content depending on what it is that you're doing. So vary up your content. Don't keep it like silly because you want people engaging on your page. But, you know, have some humor, have some fun. If you found something funny that was kind of in line with what you're doing, keep people on your page. Keep eyes on your page. I post about multiple things. I post about my family. I post about others who are gaining usefulness from my products. I post engagement posts, and you can look that up. And I'm going to do a live on here tomorrow, probably, about engagement posts and how those can help you and bring people to you. They actually bring traffic to you. And the way they do that basically is by helping people to engage on your page. And the more people see that, oh, you're just like us, you know, you're having fun, you're selling a product, but you're not just all stodgy, then people reach out to you. And that's huge because you want people reaching out. Because when Facebook sees that you're getting engagement, any social media platform. If they see that you're gaining traction and other people are wanting to see you and other people are wanting to look for you and other people are reaching out, then they're going to move you to the top of the list as those posts that they're going to see first, because that's the way to build their business. That's the way to build their brand. Okay, if everybody on Snapchat is checking out this person because this person has a lot of engaging posts, they're going to put that person as one of the first ones to see. So that's the way you gain traction. It doesn't matter what social media platform it is, that is the way it goes. So remember your content, what you're doing, what your goal is, and growing your mailing list, create brand awareness, establish what you're doing and why. Appreciate and dote on your feedback. You got to really give people props for saying hi, for commenting. Drive traffic to you, because you can do links in your page. In your post, you can put links in there so that they can, it drives people to you. But don't put your website, because when you do that, then people are simply going to go there, and unless it's something that just jumps out at them, they're not going to jump on it and purchase. Have multiple goals on your content. Remember, you want interaction, and you're also looking to solve a problem, and you're also trying to make people keep eyes on your page. So reach out to me if this has been helpful, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow.